Welcome to Module 2. So before we dive in and start learning how actually to work with the Python programming language, there are some key requirements that you need to perform before we start coding. And the first one is that you need to install Python. And in order to install Python, just go to this site www.python.org/downloads and you'll be able to download Python. When you come to this site, this is what you get, and then from here you can choose the Python version for your operating system. If you're working on Windows, you'll click on this one. If you're working on Linux, you'll click on this one. If you're working on Mac OS, you'll click on this one, or any other, you'll click on this one. And so once you've downloaded this Python, it is very easy. Just run it, nothing fancy, nothing complex. Just run it and it will be installed. As simple as that. Then the next thing is that you need to install Anaconda. Now this is key. Do not miss to install this one. It is very, very important because this Anaconda comes with many packages for data science, and so it saves you a lot of effort and a lot of time which will have taken you while trying to download these packages manually. So go to this site, https://www.anaconda.com, and once you're there, just click download here, and if you click download, it will take you here, this Anaconda distribution. And if you can see down here, all these packages and all these functionalities come with Anaconda. That is Pandas, Spider, NumPy, Sapphire, Numba, Data Shader, Hall of Views, Bokeh, H2O, TensorFlow. All these come with Anaconda. So it is a very good package. From here you can actually download the version that matches Python version which you have downloaded. So if you have downloaded the latest version, which in this case is 3.7, you just click on download here. If you have downloaded the Python version which is 2.7, you just click on this download right here. So once you have downloaded it, just run it and it will be done. It is as simple as that, especially if you're working on Windows. You just run it, the file, and it will be installed. After installing these files, one more thing I want you to do is that come here to this search bar and just type Jupyter. It will open something like this Jupyter notebook in brackets, I don't know, Anaconda. What I want you to do is to right click on this Jupyter and then click here pin to taskbar. Since mine have already pinned to taskbar, so it tells me here and pin from taskbar, but your option here will be pin to taskbar. And also I want you also to do again Anaconda. Come and say Anaconda, and this Anaconda navigator, right click it and then also pin to taskbar. And once you pin these two software to taskbar, it will appear on this taskbar down here. In this case, this is the icon with the Jupyter notebook, and also we have the icon for Anaconda navigator is here. It is key if you want to reduce the time of opening this Anaconda and Jupyter notebook softwares. What I usually do is that you pin them to this taskbar. So once you're required to work with these two files, you just click here and then it will open. So make sure you do this. You go, you right click them, and then you pin them to taskbar. It will grossly ease your task. Let us now look at the Anaconda navigator. We look at the Jupyter notebook from the next lesson onwards, since we'll be working with the Jupyter notebook majorly. But for now, I want you just to see something concerning Anaconda navigator. If you click it, it will open a panel like this. And by the way, this is something that many developers and many even data scientists do not know that it exists or comes pre-installed with Anaconda, this panel. And it is very important. If you look at this panel, you can see now, from this panel you can launch all these different packages and these different softwares that come with Anaconda. But for us, throughout our project, we'll be working with this Jupyter notebook, and that is why we have even pinned it in the taskbar. So for example, if I wanted to work, let us say maybe with Spider, I will do the same thing just by coming here and say Spider like so. Then it will pop here, and then I'll right click and pin it to the taskbar. And so also other thing that I want you to see in this taskbar is that if you come here, now we have learning resources, we have training, we have documentation, we have webinars, we have videos. This is very cool. Also we have the communities. Here we have the SciPy community, the Anaconda community. So with time we'll be going through this coding process, and maybe you might want to add more knowledge, contribute to the community. Maybe you have learned something new, you want to teach this new thing to other people. Then this will become very, very instrumental in helping you achieve your purpose. Also we have here developers blog. This here, if you click on this one here, it will open the site for the developers. If you want to contribute to the developers blog, if you want to see the different documentation, if you want to contribute to the community, if you want to learn, all this material come pre-packaged in this Anaconda navigator. So take your time and go through it, and you'll find it very profitable. So in our case, during our coding, we'll just majorly be using this Jupyter notebook here. So make sure you have pinned it, and let us now meet in the next lesson so that we can get our hands down and start working on Python programming language.